Buenos dias, and welcome to the third installment of the Barefoot video blog series, where I walk and talk about an interesting topic in an interesting place. I am currently walking in the Miraflores neighborhood of Lima, the capital of Peru, and this is the last day of my 2.5-month trip to Peru and Bolivia. So today I'm just taking my time and soaking it all in. And I gotta say that this neighborhood is really not an accurate reflection of the vast majority of the population of Lima, which is 10 million or so people. So, it's been 2.5 months. What have I done? What have I learned? And how have I grown? Well, I can certainly say that I've never experienced so much adversity in such a short period of time on any travels. And not only that, but also a diversity of adversities. And it's only in these last 2 to 3 weeks that I've had a chance to slow down and to process everything. And now I'm feeling a lot better about my trip. And I did knock off 2 big things off of my lists as well. And one is Machu Picchu, which was just unbelievable. And the other was ayahuasca. Ayahuasca was also a source of major adversity. And I'm only moving past that now, and I will elaborate on that at some later date. But overall, I have to say, I had an amazing trip. I have no regrets, and I feel very ready to come back to Canada and just settle down for a little while. So, the topic I would like to discuss today is actually more of a question. And that question is, are humans inherently destructive? Now, I went through a big phase of questioning, and I know a lot of you are going through this phase or have gone through it as well. So I hope this feedback will help you out. Now, I experienced a lot of confusion and anger and hopelessness in wondering what humans are doing to this earth. And I faced existential questions as well. Why are we here if all we're doing is destroying this earth? So this was a very tough period for me in my life, and I'm glad I've come out on the other side. So now I would actually like to offer an alternative perspective, and that is that humans are not inherently destructive, and I truly believe this. And whether I convince you or not is not my goal. It is simply just to share how I feel and maybe give you something to think about. And for me to arrive at this conclusion, I had to take a bigger perspective of humankind beyond just myself, spatially and in time as well. So this has been a recurring theme. If you have listened to my previous video blogs, it's all about taking a bigger perspective and an objective perspective as well in order to get a full understanding. So how far back are we going in time here? The same as the other blogs, 200 to 200,000 years to the advent of Homo sapiens, all the way back to 2 million years to when we emerged out of the trees from when we were apes. So for the vast majority of our species' existence, we have been living relatively in harmony with the earth. We would settle down maybe for a couple seasons at a time in one spot, but then we would pick up and leave, allowing for the land to regenerate itself. It is only since 13,000 years ago, just a smidgen in our history, that we invented agriculture and settled down in one place, only to degrade the land. And not only have we been degrading the land since even more through more intense practices because of science and technology. But the proliferation of religion and science and technology, which are not bad things in and of itself, but those have shifted the ego of the human species from nature to man. So this shift is justifying the destructive patterns and behaviors that we are engaging in today. And hopefully the ecological crises that we are experiencing will help to reverse these patterns and bring awareness to the human species so that we can shift our egos back to being in nature. And from there, that will create positive actions that will help to restore our habitats and restore the places that we live in. And I know it's already happening. For example, this year there was a huge paraglider. Cool. There was a huge landmark contract for a provider to build wind power for a government. And in that contract, the cost of the energy provided was actually lower than fossil fuels. That is something truly incredible and represents a sea change in the way we are providing energy for our consumption, but not only in a self-sufficient way, but also in a financial way as well. So this is just one story of many, and it makes me very positive about the direction we're heading in as a species and for this earth. And yeah, it just makes me feel like we're not inherently destructive and we're meant to live with this planet as one. So that's about it. Thank you so much for listening, and again, if I didn't convince you, I hope that I just presented an alternative perspective for you to consider. Please like and share this video, and perhaps start a discussion on Facebook, and let's keep this ball rolling. I hope to see you guys back in Canada.